Hello. Please.
Oh,
Like a
hi.
princess.
Wrong character.
She's a little snotty.
Yeah, Winnie definitely is. She's a little brat.
Did you like that? I mean, was it kind of fun to play a brat?
I definitely enjoyed it. I've never played anyone like her before, with that kind of that edge to her, you know, because she's so on the exterior. You think that she'd be so cute and like sweet, but then she loves like blood and like gross stuff. She's so into it. So it was nice. I think like the audience at first, they probably don't want to like her because she's so spoiled, you know. But as the movie goes on, you get to see her sensitive side, and you realize that she just wants the attention from her dad, and she means well. She's not mean. And you kind of respect her sass at the end. You like when the attitude comes out.
How's the British accent working for you?
Yeah, it was kind of scary because there's a lot of British actors that are in this, and then it's all about my voice. So then you think, why didn't they just get a British girl? You know, like why? But I was already comfortable with the rhythm, so it was okay because I did 2 movies before where, you know, I had an English accent in them, so I was comfortable with that. But also Winnie, we had to find her specific, you know, what region is she from, what's she gonna sound like. So we made her a little posher sounding than I've ever done because she is, you know, her dad's the mayor, so she's a big deal. She thinks she's a big deal.
She's starving for attention, though. I mean, and it's she's just not getting it.
I know.
It's just really sad.
It is sad. Yeah, she feels like her dad cares more about cheese than he does her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she wants to get attention from anyone, especially him, though. That's her goal.
Well, have you ever, you know, needed attention at all as you were younger, you know, when we just like, you know, pay attention to me, Dad?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, kids, I mean, for sure, like you like the attention, especially of like your parents and things, you know, but I luckily for me, this is like an extreme case in our film, definitely very exaggerated. Yeah, luckily for me, I felt like my parents, they've pretty much always paid attention. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you like eating cheese? What type of cheese do you like?
I love cheese. I like goat cheese. I like burrata cheese, mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese. I like cheese. Yeah.
Did you know the book?
I didn't know about the book beforehand. I haven't read it because they said it would be okay if I didn't, just because the Boxtrolls portion is so small in it. There's not much about them, and especially and Winnie isn't in the book, so it was okay. But yeah, I would love to read it. I've heard it's really good. Yeah.
How do you feel about trolls?
They're adorable. I know at first when I was like Boxtrolls, I thought of like a troll under a bridge, you know, with like crazy hair. But these guys, they're so cute. They have such personalities, you know, because the name, I guess that's why people misunderstand them, because they sound like they're going to be scary monsters, but they're nice. They're actually very scared of themselves. They're very scared of everything. Of everything.
Did they show you like either a model or a sketch of your character when you first started? Because I know it's like a long process.
Yeah, they did. They showed when they sent me the script. They gave me like a big notebook of sketches of kind of like of Cheesebridge, the town, and of Eggs and Winnie. She wasn't in her complete form like she is now. Her dress kind of evolved, it changed, her hairstyle changed, but pretty much she had the red curls and she looked like herself pretty much, so I could go off of that. But each time when I went into the booth and with each session, they would show me more about Winnie, you know, because they would send in my voice to the animators, and then they would get inspired by our voice, and then from there they would animate, you know, and so I would go in, I'd see Winnie walk for like 3 seconds, and it would be like the most amazing thing, you know. Even for those 3 seconds, it probably took like, you know, weeks and weeks to make her do that or put her hands on her hips, you know.
The director said that one of the reasons that they cast you was they had worked with Dakota on Coda.
Yes.
Did she give you any advice on working on stop work?
Yeah, she was very excited that I was gonna be a part of the Leica family. She worked on Coraline for like 7 or 8 years, which was a lot of like was growing up, and I was still small, and she was working on Coraline. So I feel like I've known about Leica and I've known about stop motion for a while, because I'd met I'd met Travis before because I went to Portland with my sister when she was visiting the Coraline set, so I saw the puppets for that and things. She didn't really give me any advice on it, but at least going into it, I knew what to expect, and I knew how tedious it was, so I wasn't just jumping in without knowing anything.
Carry on the tradition.
Yes, I know she has her Coraline doll, and then I have my Winnie doll, so we both have one. Yeah.
How was your experience at Comic-Con with the fans?
I loved it. It was my first time going to Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. I'd never gone before. I really liked it. I didn't get to go out and on the floor and see everything. Mm-hmm. So if I went next time, I'd want to go down there and see. But when we were up there on the panel, I didn't know it was going to be that big. It was thousands of people. But I think that they liked it. I mean, we showed some clips of some cute little Boxtrolls and baby eggs, which I think is the cutest with his 2 teeth. My God.
Do you find Ben Kingsley or Sir Ben Kingsley scary or not? Because it came up in this room earlier, and we kind of sort of acknowledged.
It's scary.
How did you, when you first met him?
Obviously I heard that he was going to be in the film, and I was really excited, but then I realized, I'm probably never going to work with him because we're all separately doing it. I mean, I did have sessions with Isaac and Jared Harris. I had some, but that was it. I never got to work with Sir Ben. But then I met him at Comic-Con for the first time, and he sounds nothing like his character at all, but definitely intimidating, very, very nice. And I just can't believe that he made himself sound like that. But that's why he is who he is. That's why he's so great.
More intimidating than Angelina Jolie as Maleficent?
Man, they kind of, we were talking about how Maleficent and Snatcher would make a good team, even though after our Maleficent, after our movie, you kind of feel bad for her. So I think that Snatcher's definitely meaner than she is. But that would be fun. Meeting both of them was very intimidating. Yeah, because I mean their names, everyone knows who they are. That's what it is. The initial impact of the name, and then once you can get over the name, I think that your nerves calm down.
So have you finished, there's a lot of lists of movies that you either have in the can or you're working on.
Yeah.
Young ones, Lowdown. I mean, what is the status? What are you up to right now?
Well, those two, they're done filming. They both went to Sundance, and they're both coming out very soon. And then Young Ones, there's a trailer out, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm about to go do a movie called Trumbo in New Orleans. With Bryan Cranston. I play his daughter. Yeah, it's a really good cast, and I'm excited. So that will be fun.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
No, I have. My sister's obsessed with it. She loves that. She loves Game of Thrones. So those two were they were her thing, So, and it's funny because she was going all fangirl on me with Isaac, and she was texting me. She was like, "Is Isaac nice?" I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "Tell him I love Game of Thrones."
What do you watch?
She watches way more TV than I do. I feel, but that's probably because I'm in school, so it's hard with homework and things. I like reality shows, so that's my thing. There's this one, Last Comic Standing, and it just finished, and Rodman won, and I wanted Rodman to win, so I'm so excited. My mom, I think that he's doing a tour, and he might be going to Louisiana, so when we're there, we want to go see him from the show.
One of my good friends was actually a finalist this season.
Who?
Aida Rodriguez.
Oh my God! Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, I forget one of the jokes that she said. I all of them. I knew all the finalists. Yeah. Tell her hey.
Would you ever do a stand-up? I mean, would you ever go down to a comedy club on open mic night and just do?
I wouldn't be funny. That would be very scary.
With your acting career, and do you have subjects that you would really like to pursue more?
Yeah, school's about to start back for me in a week. I go to normal school. I have since I was same school since 4th grade. And 2 more years are left here, so I'm So then I'll graduate. But yeah, they've always worked with me. I have a teacher that goes with me on sets, and I have to do all the same stuff that everyone else does. So, but this is a big year because it's like SAT and all that stuff. So I have to think about it. But yeah, I do plan to. Yeah, my sister, she goes to NYU, and I want that experience. I want to. Both my parents did. I want to say that I did. You know. Yeah. Yes.
Isaac was telling us he's really into classical music.
Oh wow.
Did you guys talk about music at all? When you
Oh, okay.
the original Justin Bieber. That was kind of interesting.
That's so funny.
What are you listening to these days?
I like Sam Smith.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, I know. I bought his deluxe album. We're like listening to it all the time. So I like him. Yeah, not classical music. Man, that's funny.
Together. That's good.
Yeah, we still work together. Yeah. No, Isaac's really nice. But even though we didn't get to spend much time together, it's like I feel like I worked on a movie that I never worked on, you know? So, but still, we're getting close during the press and stuff.
Great.
What do you like most about the movie? In the movie, you know, like the
I love so much. I mean, I feel like, with Leica, especially when you watch their films, it's like, you know, it's Leica, you know? I think their sense of humor, just like the cleverness of it and their jokes and all the little details, because I find myself not looking, you know, at what you're supposed to be looking at. I feel like I'm looking in the background and like seeing like other funny things that they've added in, or different signs that are, you know, neat, that are throughout the town. And so that's what I feel like makes the movie so special, and knowing that it's like made from real hands, you know. You can really see the heart that's put into that. And yeah, I do like the message that goes along with it. I think that these little Boxtrolls, that they're very scared, and they have to, it's kind of like you have to get out of your comfort zone and overcome your fear. And then when you do that, good things will happen. You know, you don't just stay in your box, you know, get out of the box. So, yeah. Yes.
Have you and Dakota started a movie together? Or?
No.
The first one.
Well, yeah, I am Sam, but I was, I was a flashback. So, yeah.
Any plans for that?
I don't remember. I would love to. There's nothing, but
Like
I want
assassin
to.
movies or something.
Oh my God! Yeah. Assassin Sisters. It would be fun. I mean, we were always like looking. It would have to be something really special, though. You know. Yeah.
Is there kind of a role that you would like to play that you haven't been able to play yet?
Well, I definitely felt like with Winnie, it was someone very different, because I never really played someone with her attitude. But I especially like from coming off of like Sleeping Beauty, it was, you know, you have the blonde hair and a princess. She's so sweet, and so it would be fun to play something that's a little darker, you know. But who knows? Then a script that's so great, and it's a character that's like super happy, you know, I'd still want to do it. So, you know, it just depends on what shows up and the feeling you get when you read something, you know. It's like you want that initial like gut feeling of you have to do it because you want to be that person.
Is there going to be Malificent too?
I don't know. People keep asking me. I'm like, I have no clue. Maybe they're thinking about it, but I don't know. It would be fun to do, like what Aurora does next. Be hilarious.
Have you gotten the ice bucket challenge yet?
No, I'm actually kind of upset that I haven't gotten it yet.
No.
But here's the thing. I don't have like Twitter or Facebook or anything, so I understand. Yeah, no hard feelings.
Pinterest or any of those, you know, any of those social media things? You
No, I have a private Instagram, but it's private, so
Okay.
it's
That's
yeah,
probably
it's
good.
not open. Yeah.
It's a big time waster, believe me.
Leica hasn't approached you about their next project.
No, I know that they always have stuff in the works for sure, you know, because it takes so long takes years to do it. So, yeah, who knows? They have all their secrets.
So you've got
Yeah.
a Winnie doll now, right?
Yeah, I have a statue.
How big
Yeah.
is it?
Like that tall. Yeah, she's in the other room. She's in a room.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Bye.